All right, you guys, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour we are going to be practicing our reading and pronunciation as we read through a short story. Short story we're taking a look at is entitled Fight Club Legacy. I think it's based off of the movie, but we'll see. We'll see. I haven't read much of this, and so I hope it stays above board. But yeah, if we do need to change out the story, right? So let's see who we have in class so far. Hi, Salvatore. How are you?
I'm fine. Hi, Chad. What about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Good to see you again.
Nice to
All
see you
right.
again, teacher.
All right. How about Ashish? Hi, Ashish. How are you?
I'm fine, Chad. So last couple of days, I have no chance to attend your class because of our class was full.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you're able to make it in today.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Let's see here. Anna. Hi, Anna. How are you? Anna, I can barely hear you. It's really, really quiet. Hmm. Yeah, I can hear that you're making noise, but I can't make out your words, Anna. See if your microphone can, if you can adjust your microphone or something like that. Okay.
You can hear
There we
me?
go. Now I can hear you. Hi there.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself, Anna?
Fine, fine. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you as well. And Anna, where are you from?
I'm from Spain.
From Spain. What part of
I
Spain?
live in Seville.
Seville. Okay. All right. Excellent. Good to have you here. Nice to meet you. All right.
Thank
We
you.
also
Nice
have.
to meet you too.
Yeah. We also have Mario. Hi, Mario. How are you?
Hi, Chad. How's it going?
Pretty good. It's been quite a while. How's everything going for you and your family?
Oh, everything's fine. Everything's same old, always the same thing. People are a bit busy and happy to come here, come over here. So
That's great. That's great.
yeah,
Well, I'm happy to see you again.
yes, happy to see you too.
All right. Let's see. And Sylvia, it's just been so long.
Yes.
How you doing, Sylvia? Good to
I'm
have you here.
fine, thanks.
All right. Very good, you guys. Okay. So our story that we'll be reading through is right here. Okay. I'll place it in the Google chat box as well if your Verbling chat is not working properly. All righty. Hi, Allah. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, teacher?
Great. I'm doing very well, thank you. Good to have you here in class.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, you guys. So we're going to skip the this intro part here. We'll skip that, and we'll come right to here where it says the summary. Okay. So Allah, let's start off with you. Okay. Let me have you read from I had and down to let's see here. Go ahead and read down to, yeah, go ahead and read the whole paragraph. That'll be okay. Down to, I sat there in distraught, please.
I had a very distinct childhood. I grew up with the beliefs that the good guys always wins, but I've learned that over the years, the bad guy is much smarter than the good guy had predicted. I took out my big cup, poured in 6 spoons of sugar, and I sat down. I got up again, forgetting that I left my laptop at my home. So I took out my dad's old typewriter and sat down, started typing a few words, to see if it still worked, but I then realized that there was no ink. By now it was already 12 a.m. And I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. But after a while of going through my dad's closed boxes, I finally found what I was looking for and sat down. And I wrote what came from my heart. It's what I did in my spare time. Hours went by and I don't know if I had fallen asleep or not, but it felt to me I had insomnia. But after 3 hours, I woke up in a really uncommon manner. I found myself in my mother's garden, barefoot. I sat there and distraught.
Okay. All right. Very nice. Very nice. It took you just a second to get warmed up, but when you did, you started reading very nicely. Okay.
Thank you.
The main issue that I'm hearing most of the time is going to be your R sounds. Okay.
Yeah,
Your vowels sound pretty good as you're reading through here. We have a couple, but not a lot. It's mainly going to be R's. Okay. All right. So let's try some combinations here. Right. So this is going to be in a really uncommon manner. Try that.
in a really uncommon manner.
There you go. Okay. You can say the R nicely. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. But after 3 hours.
But after 3 hours,
Okay, good. Hours was great. After was great. 3 is a little more challenging. Okay, let's try 3 all by itself. Three.
three.
Yes. Okay, let's try. Let's put this together. Let's see if you can do it. But after 3 hours.
But after 3 hours,
Great. Okay, so the thing that you need to do, just like what I had Ashis in class doing, is practice concentrating. Okay, because it's not the fact that you can't do it. You have great control over your tongue. It's that when you are speaking and you are reading, it's concentrating on those R sounds to be able to do it.
yeah, okay.
That's where you need to practice, and it's one of the hardest things. Okay,
Yeah.
let's try this here. So it was already 12 a.m.
It was already 12 a.m.
Great job, good. Okay, let's go to the word poured right here. Instead of poured, okay, it's poured in 6 spoons.
Poured in 6 spoons.
Good. And our last one is this one here. I had a very distinct childhood.
I had a very distinct childhood.
Excellent job. Very good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so next time around, hopefully I remember, and I'll remind you to concentrate on those R's. Okay, through there you can improve your R sound. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, let's go to Anna. All right, Anna.
Yes.
Okay, please continue from maybe I was sleepwalking, and then I'll have you read down to, let's see here. Go ahead and read down to here where it says, to not see him anymore, please.
Thank you. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, but I hadn't been through something like that in years. I grew out of it. Or was it now that I was back at my parents' house? I was a little confused, actually very scared that something like that occurred, even when I am all grown up. I got up, wiped the dust from my pajamas. I don't know.
Yep, pajamas.
My pajamas, opened the door and headed straight for the shower. A few minutes after I was done, I saw that my mother had already got up, and as usual, she was busy in the kitchen. Good morning, son. How did you sleep? I hope you had enough blankets. It was awfully cold last night, asked mother. I nodded my head. Wasn't actually in a mood for a morning conversation, although I knew my mother enjoyed having me spend time helping her to arrange the funeral. I'd say, I'd say, ever since my dad passed away, it must be being hard for her to not see him anymore.
Okay, very good. Very good. All right, let's go to it must have been hard. It must have been hard.
It must have been hard.
Okay, one more time. It must have been hard.
It must have been hard.
Okay, very good. Let's go to the word past. Instead of passed, okay, the ed will sound like a t. Past.
Past.
Good, good. Nice job. Next up, we have the word mother. Instead of mother, okay, control your tongue on the R at the end. Okay, I knew my mother enjoyed. I knew my mother enjoyed. Try that.
I knew my mother enjoyed.
Okay, all right, let's try mother. Mother. End on that R. Mother.
Mother.
Good. All right. So let's try something here. I want you to try saying just this sound. So copy this sound here. I want you to say and hold it.
I'm sorry.
Okay, almost. One more time. Curve your tongue up just a little bit. Okay. All right. So what you need to do, it's just like strengthening your muscles. Okay. So if you go to the gym, okay, and you have the little weights in your hands, okay, you're coming up like this, you're strengthening your bicep, right? And you're doing this, okay, and you're exercising, okay. It's the same type of thing that you want to do with your tongue. Okay, so when you get into when you have a time in the mornings, or when you're driving to work, okay, or when you're coming home from work, or at night, okay, I want you to practice holding the R sound, because right now you're saying okay, and your tongue is flat against the bottom of your mouth. You want to curve it up, and it's You want that sound, okay? Record yourself. Okay, take your phone and record the way that it sounds. Okay, so that you can go adjusting. Now, I had to do the same thing, but in the opposite way, so I could learn how to say el carro rojo, because before it was carro rojo and I couldn't say it, right? And so I had to learn how to roll my R. And so in the mornings, I was getting dressed, I was putting my clothes on, I'd be like, right? And I would try, and I would roll, and I'd roll, and I'd roll my R as much as possible. Okay? Those type of exercises are going to help you strengthen, okay, get good, strong tongue muscles, right? Because that's what you want to do. You want to practice that. Okay? Let's take a look at some other sounds here. Okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. So, okay. Let me check my notes. Okay, so we've got to go to, headed. All right, so right up here, the other sound I want you to work on is your D sound. Okay, and understand that the D in English, okay, your tongue does not touch your teeth. Okay, so it's not a Spanish D. We cannot say headed. Okay, it's headed, headed, headed. Try that.
Yes. Yes. Headed.
Okay.
Headed.
That's good. Good. Okay, now we're going to try this. We have a whole bunch of D's and T's in a row. Okay? The T can't touch your teeth either. Okay, so we're going to say, opened the door and headed straight for the shower. Try that.
Yes. Opened the door and headed straight for the shower.
Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, let's try headed one more time. Move the tongue back in your mouth. Headed.
Opened the door and headed straight for the shower.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We're getting closer. Okay, so strengthen the tongue, moving it in your mouth so that you can position it in different ways. Work on that R. Okay. All right. Nice job,
Yes,
Anna.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Any more? Let's go to Ashies. Okay, Ashies, please read from Heaven Knows.
Yes, Chad, I'm here.
Finish this paragraph, and let's have you read down to said mother down here. Okay? Yeah, focus on your R sounds, Ashies.
Sure, I'll do. Said mother, okay. Heaven to said mother. Heaven knows I have had trouble in investigation with hopes to find the man
Oops,
responsible.
you skipped a line. Heaven knows I've had trouble.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Huh?
Heaven knows I have had trouble myself coming to terms with my father's death. So, whilst I was there, I did my own little investigation with hopes to find the man responsible for my father's death, and the only lead I had was a man no cop could find, but I was determined to make this man's life a living hell. I would avenge my father. My partners at the bureau had some very important information about the man I was looking for, but unfortunately he never came with that information. I figured he wouldn't come through. Some old Matthew ever seen our senior years. He's been by my side, my best friend and bureau partner. Sean, I forgot to ask you, how's Kathleen doing, and do you have any idea when she'll be expecting? Asked mother. Anything soon, mother? I said. Since we are speaking in general, I figure now is the right time to talk about this before it's too late, said mother.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, much better job with your R sounds. You were probably at about 60-40. Okay, a much better improvement than before. But we have some R's that are at the end of words that we need to work on. Okay, so let's come up to this sentence right here. Okay, all right. So ever since our senior years. Try that.
Ever since our senior years.
There you go. That's much better. Okay, good. Okay. All right, let's go to, okay, through. Okay, the THR is always tricky. Okay, right here. Through.
True.
There you go. One more time. Through.
True.
Okay, all right. Keep working on that one. All right.
Yes.
It's not too far off, but we're still hitting a hard R just a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
True.
Let's go to this word here. It's bureau instead of bureau. Bureau.
Bureau. Bureau.
Ah, bureau. Push the tongue down. Bureau.
Bureau.
There you go. Okay.
Bureau.
All
Bureau.
right. So we're going to say, my partner at the bureau had some very important information.
My partner at the bureau had some very important information.
Okay, let's try that one more time.
My partner at the bureau had some very important information.
Okay, all right, pretty good. Very, watch your tongue on very instead of very, very, very.
Very, very.
Okay, and information.
Information.
Okay, all right, all right.
Information.
Okay, all right. We're getting closer. We're still hitting the top of your mouth with that R in information. Okay.
Information.
There you go. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's take a look at two other words here. We have the word responsible, stressed in the middle. Instead of responsible, it's responsible.
Responsible.
No.
Responsible.
It's baram. Responsible.
Responsible.
There you go. Okay. Come down on sibyl. All right. So we don't want to say
Responsible.
baram. It's
Hello?
responsible.
Hello?
Hello, Ashes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Some problem in the connection maybe.
Okay. It's responsible.
Responsible.
Okay. Good.
Responsible.
Good. All right. Nice job, Ashes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ed.
No problem. Let's go to Mario.
Right. Yeah.
All right, Mario. Let's have you read from what are you talking about? Okay. Finish this paragraph and come down to here where it says exclaimed mother, please.
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yep, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, good. What are you talking about, mother? I asked, curious. Your dad was real quiet man, always kept to himself, and never spoke much. But before he died, he told me something which I don't wish to tell you. But I also can't keep it from you, because sooner or later, you are going to find out. And I really don't want you to hate me for it, said Mother. Mother, I don't have time for this. I have to find that killer, I said. When your father was young, he did something really terrible, something he was never proud of, something in which he could change. He was different back then. He cared less and he was consumed by bad thought that left him overwhelmed, and throughout all these bad sins he committed, he started to talking to himself, and his life just wasn't normal, exclaimed Mother.
Okay. All right. Nice job. Let's take a look at 4 parts here. All right. So first up, we have the word normal. So when we're missing the R, you were saying normal. It's normal.
Normal.
Okay. One more time. Normal.
Normal.
There you go. Okay. Very good. Next, we have the word or the phrase here. So this is something he was never proud of. Okay, so a couple of things here. It's okay to drop the H on he, but we still need to pronounce E. Something he. Something he was. Something he was never proud of. Try that.
Something he was never proud of.
There you go. Okay, one more time. Something he was never proud of.
Something he was never proud of.
Excellent. Nice job. Very good. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's try another one here. Okay, so here I was missing the N sound in this word. So find out. You had said find out. Okay, so later you are going to find out.
Later you're going to find out.
Great, good end sound, excellent. And your last one here. Okay, was a. So you jumped over was a real. Okay, so this is your dad was a real quiet man.
Your dad was a real quiet man.
Kuai, quiet. Your dad was a real quiet man.
Your dad was a real quiet man.
Excellent. All right, nice job, Mario. Very good reading.
Thank you, Chad.
Okay, excellent. Let's go to Salvatore.
Yes.
All right, Salvatore, please read from I stood there. Okay, finish here. Read down past where it says narrator, and I'll have you read down to here, on your ass, please.
Okay. I stood there in anger and frustration. I knew I had no time to listen to Mother. I had to find my dad's killer. Time was at the essence, and I wasn't even close to finding the killer, and as Mother cried, the phone rang. Mother, we'll talk about this later, I said. I picked up the telephone, and as I answered, Matthew said, "Hey, buddy, I got the information you wanted, and I know who it is, but I can't tell you. I'm sorry." Narrator: Why not? You promised Matthew. Yes, Matthew made a promise. He kept it, but you see, I can't allow it, the man said. I was hungry, and I feared for Matthew's life. I didn't know what to do, and I felt hopeless. I looked at my mother, saw her crying. Then I said, "Listen here. If you don't let my partner go, I assure you I'll go out of my way to have the wool bear you on your ass."
Okay, very good. All right, let's go to this word here. This is bureau. Give me a good R instead of bureau. It's bureau. Bureau.
Bureau.
Okay, one more time. Bureau.
Bureau.
Okay, good. Now here we have the word ass. Okay, so you said has. Let's take off that H or that breath sound. So instead of okay, it's ass. On your ass. Try that.
On your ass.
There you go. Good, good. Okay, let's go to the word crying. Give me a good R here. Saw her crying. Try that.
Saw her crying.
Excellent job. Okay, let's go to the word feared. Right here instead of feated. Okay, give me a good R. Feared.
Feared.
Very nice. I feared for Matthew's life. Try that.
I feared for Matthew's life.
Good job. Very nice. Next is I can't allow it. So right here. So let's take off the H on allow. It's allow. I can't allow it.
I can allow it.
Very nice. Okay. Let's go to the word promised. Okay, give me a good PR instead of promised. It's promised.
Promised.
Awesome job. Very good. Next is okay. As I answered, right here. Instead of as I answered, take off that H on answered. As I answered. As I answered.
And as I answered.
Okay, almost. Answered. Try that word all by itself. Answered.
Answered.
There you go. I answered.
I answered.
Good, good. Okay. And one last word for you. Okay, this is going to be mother. Let's do that one. So instead of mother, okay, it's mother, mother.
Mother.
Good, good. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
Okay, very good. Let's go to Sylvia.
Yes.
Okay, Sylvia, please read from The Man Laughed. Okay, finish here. Read this part. And let's have you read down to here where it says, influenced by his past, please.
Okay. The man laughed, and for some reason he found what I said very amusing. "Toby, my boy, we won the law," he said. "I'm coming for you," I said. He just laughed and said, "Well then, I suppose I'll need to give you a proper reason to come after me. Wouldn't you agree?" I heard a gunshot. "Now Matthew is officially dead, thanks to you. I await your arrival, Toby. Don't be late," he said. The call ended and I grabbed my coat along with my gun and badge. "What did you want to tell me, Mother?" I asked. She cried and said, "Your father started the Fight Club, the very same Fight Club you and your men are trying to end. This is for the same reason your father is dead. You see, he knew they'd come after him, so for this reason he changed his name and he married me, so that you won't be influenced by his past."
Okay, nice job. Very good. Okay, let's go to trying to end right here. So let's work on the word end. So you had said trying to hend. Remove that H sound. Trying to end.
Trying to end.
There you go. That's it. Okay. Next up is the word badge. Right here, instead of bedge, it's an ah sound. Open the mouth a little bit wider.
Badge.
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 Okay, there you go. Next up is I heard. Okay, instead of I heard, okay, I heard a gunshot.
I heard a gunshot.
Okay, pronounce that H on heard. Okay, so now you want the H. Okay,
I heard. I heard a gunshot.
There you go. One more time. I heard a gunshot.
I heard a gunshot.
There you go. Good, good. Okay. Next up is, let's see here. Okay. The word said. Give me a little bit more of a short E sound instead of said. I said.
I said.
Okay, good. Next is the word amusing right here. The U there in the middle is ew, amu. Very amusing.
Where is?
Up at the very top, the first line.
Okay. Very amusing. Amazing.
Good. One more time. Very amusing.
Very amusing.
Good. And the last word for you is the word laughed. Okay. ED ending. Switch the ED to a T sound. The man laughed.
The man laughed.
Good. Good. All right. Nice job, Sylvia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go to. Let's see here. Next up is Adriana.
Hello.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Let's have you read a bit here from and due to what he did. Finish this paragraph and read this next one down to innocent for good, please.
And due to what he did and what he saw his nihilistic actions had led to, he shot himself through the mouth, but he survived, only to end up in a mental facility. That's where I met him. I took care of him, I was his nurse, and I met him again. When he finally came to his senses, he lived a normal life and we married soon thereafter. And that is when he became better. He wasn't sick anymore, and the voices were gone. I had to go, Mother, I said, grabbing his grabbing my gloves. My mother begged me not to leave, but I just wouldn't listen. I knew now I had more reason to hunt this man down and his reign of terror over the innocent for good.
Okay, very nice. Let's go to this word right here. This word is pronounced rain instead of reen. Rain.
Rain,
Rain, and on an N, you're adding an extra sound like a D. You're saying rained. It's rain.
rain,
There you go. Good. Okay, let's do the same thing here. Instead of saying listened, it's listen.
listen.
All right, very nice. Okay. Next up is the word anymore. So here we need that Y to come out nice and clear. Instead of anymore, it's anymore.
Anymore.
Okay, very good. Next is the word soon. Give me a good ooh sound. We married soon after. We married soon thereafter.
We married soon thereafter.
Okay, very good. Next is that's where. Okay, so here you used a hard R saying that's where I met him. It's going to be that's where I met him.
That's where I met him.
Okay, very good. And your last word is the word survived. Give me good V's here. Survived.
Survived.
Good. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
All right, no problem. Let's go to Shadow. Hi, Shadow. How are you?
Yeah, hi, teacher.
Hi there.
I'm fine, thank you.
Great, great. Shadow, let me have you read this paragraph, please, from I Opened the Door.
I opened the door, walking out, and I got into my car. As I drove off, I reminisced about the things my dad and I used to do together. I just couldn't believe that he was the reason for all this chaos. For the first time ever, I talked with my dad. It was by all means iniquitous that Matthew had to die. For such a reason, I felt bad and mourned his death with vengeance in my heart and tears in my eyes, and I so badly wanted to believe that all this was just a misapprehension. But truth be told, I would be lying to myself if I wanted the whole matter to be prior to my imagination, perhaps in another life, but everything felt so promiscuous. I don't know.
Yeah, you got all the big words. It's like, let's put all the big words in one paragraph. We're going to give it to Shadow. All right. Yeah, you got some really hard ones. So this last one here is pronounced promiscuous.
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 There you go. Good. Right here, instead of prior, where'd you go? Right here. This is prior.
Prior.
There you go. Okay, here instead of lying to myself.
Lying.
Okay, good. Right here, apprehension. Apprehension. There you go. Good. Right here, this word is pronounced vengeance. Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Good. One more time. Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Okay, good. Next is the word iniquitous. Iniquitous.
Iniquitous.
There you go. Okay, one more time. Iniquitous.
Iniquitous.
Okay, good. Next is, let's see. Okay. This word, instead of chaos, it's chaos. Chaos.
Chaos?
Chaos, just like that.
chaos.
Okay, good. And our last word is reminisced. Reminisced.
Reminisced.
Stress, so it's reminisced at the very end.
Reminisced.
Good. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Okay. Okay, let's go to Ala. And Ala, please read from It Was Going Dark. It was going to be dark, sorry. And read down to here where it says in the bathroom, please.
Okay. It was going to be dark soon, and I had to find a place to stay for the night. I went on my cell phone to search for a map, and the map showed there was a motel in the next town, about 7 hours to where I was headed. So I quickly rushed to the next town and I booked in, paid in cash for one night. I went straight I went straight to the bathroom and I just forgot about all the unwanted memories. I didn't stay long in the bathroom. Then I found myself in bed.
Good.
Television.
Good. Just till there. Just till there.
I'm sorry.
You only had one R that you missed. Only one, okay? And it was right here. Okay, search for a map. So you said fora map. That was the only one out of all of them. So see what you can do when you concentrate on those R sounds. And it sounded really, really good, man. Really good.
Thank you, teacher.
Yeah. So let's try this here. We're going to say search for a map.
Search for a map. Search for a map.
Okay, one more time. Search for a map.
Search for a map.
Great. Okay. The only other word I had here is motel. The stress is at the end. Instead of motel, it's motel.
Motel.
Great. Everything else was really good. Okay. Excellent vowel sounds. Much better work with the R sound. Okay.
Thank you.
Very good. Excellent job, Ala.
Thank you.
Okay. Good. Let's go to Anna. Okay, Anna,
Yes.
please read from television and read down to here where it says my shoulder. Touching my shoulder, please.
Okay, thank you. Television wasn't working, so I went through leads on how to catch this guy, and for that entire night, I didn't sleep at all. I worked straight through the night, trying to come up with some master plan as to how I'll catch these people. Morning came. I walked over to the coffee shop, bought me a strong cup of coffee, and sat down for a few minutes, nodded my head in disbelief, and as I signed this waitress walked my way, touching my shoulder.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go to this word here. Instead of touching, the word is touch. Touching.
Touching.
There you go. Okay, right here we have the word side instead of sayed. Side.
Side.
Good. This word here is pronounced disbelief. Disbelief.
Disbelief.
Very good. Okay. Next we have sat down for a few minutes. Instead of for a few minutes, it's for a few minutes. Try that.
Okay. Sat down for a few minutes.
Okay, almost. You're saying fora. It's sat down for a few minutes.
Okay. Sat down for a few minutes.
That's much better with for. Right here, instead of leads, this word here is pronounced leads. Leads.
Leads.
Okay, and your last one is television. The stress is at the very beginning. Instead of television, it's television.
Television.
Great. Great. All right. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up is Ashies.
Yes, Chad, I'm here.
Okay. Ashies, please read from Taming Me. Okay, and read down to this comma where it says after I thanked him, please.
Okay, I thanked him. Okay. I thanked him. 1 minute, just damning me with words that everything was going to be okay. I got up, gave her a tip. I know it wasn't necessary, but I felt she needed the money. Then quickly rushed to my car, went on to drive to the next town, and whilst driving, I noticed a Catholic church. I went it realizing there was no one there. I got down on my knees, praying to God for some guidance and protections. Later, after I thanked him.
Okay, good, good. Much better with your R sounds this time around. Okay, much better. Let's. Yeah, we had just a few. Okay. Let's try this word here. This word is protection. Protection.
Protection. Protection.
There you go. Okay. Next up is okay. Here you skipped over the word inside. So I went inside realizing. Try that.
I went inside realizing.
Okay, give me a good R there instead of realizing. It's realizing.
Yes. I went inside realizing.
Good, that's it. Okay. Next up is the word drive. Okay, or driving, either one. Okay, so instead of drive, drive to the next town.
Drive to the next town, and whilst driving.
There you go, much better, much better. And your last word here is a long A. So instead of taming, it's taming. Good.
Taming.
Good.
What is the
All right.
taming? What is the meaning? Meaning of the taming?
The word taming, it's like when you have an animal, okay, and you make an animal behave the way you want it to behave. Okay, that is taming an animal. So that's what's going on here. Sometimes if it's basically controlling someone else to tame someone. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you.
No problem. Good. Let's go to Mario.
Yep.
All right, Mario. Let's have you read from Something Within. Finish this paragraph. Read this next one here and come down to As I Drove, please.
Okay. Something within me said words in a rage. I was so filled with anger that I argued with God. How could you allow this to happen? You let my dad die, and now I'm headed for what I believe I will be the end of me. I don't have any leads, and my best friend and burial partner got killed because of my dad's doings. I don't know what to do, I said. I walked out, still angry, got into my car, and as I drove.
All right, very good job. Very nice. Okay, the only part here is our en. Instead of and of me, okay, be the end. Be the end of me.
Be the end of me.
Good. One more time. Be the end. Be the end of me.
Be the end of me.
Good. Yeah. Just watch those en and in beginnings to words. Okay. So instead of on, okay, n, and you're golden. Okay. Yeah. Everything else sounded really good, Mario. Nice job.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff.
No problem. Good. Let's go to Salvatore. Salvatore, let's have you read from a call. Okay. Finish this paragraph. And let's have you read down to here where it says, towards these men, please.
A call came through to my cell phone, but it was from Matthew's phone. I answered, and it again was that same man, saying, Toby, 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 you're in for one big surprise. You're going to like it, trust me. You know what I'm going to do you when I get hold of you. You're a dead man, I said. I said nothing. I was so determined and filled with ideas as to how I'd kill them. I was not myself, and I had nothing but hatred towards this man.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Good. Let's go to this word here. Instead of hatred, give me a good TR. It's a CHR sound. Hatred. But hatred towards these men.
Hatred towards this man.
There you go. One more time. Hatred.
Hatred.
Good. Okay, this word here, instead of kill, okay, give me a short I sound. Kill.
Kill.
Okay, one more time. Kill.
Kill.
All right, very nice. This word here is pronounced determined. Determined.
Determined.
Okay, one more time. Determined.
Determined.
Okay, very nice. We also have I answered in. Okay, here you took the word answer, the A at the beginning. You placed an A or an H there, saying I answered. Okay, so it's I an answered. I answered.
I answered.
Okay, now you added an H on I. So I. Go to the vocal sound instead of first. It's I answered. I answered.
I answered.
Good. That's better. That's better. Nice correction with I. You heard yourself say that H. Okay. Good. Let's go to the word through. Where's that at? Okay, right here. Give me a THR. So instead of through, through.
Through.
Okay, one more time. Through.
Through.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Chuck.
Okay, let's go to Sylvia.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Sylvia, please read from I sat in my car and read down to I think here. Hold on. Yep, down to has lost everything, please.
Okay. I sat in my car and immediately I phoned my mother and asked her what my dad's real name was, and she said his name was Jack. I then noticed an old apartment that looks as if it would give in any minute. Decided to go inside, and there these old men stood. I looked at them and they looked at me. Who killed my father? I asked. They just laughed. Then the one fat man said, well, it all depends on who your father was and if he has lost everything.
Okay, very nice. All right, let's go to and if. Okay, so no H there. We need the H here on he, and no H on everything. Okay, so and if he lost everything.
And if he lost everything.
Okay, take off the H on if and if. So what you want to do is connect the D to the word if. And if he.
Okay, and if he has lost everything.
There you go. Good. One more time.
And if he has lost everything.
Great. Great job. Okay. Next here is the word stood. Okay, so here instead of saying stood, pronouncing an oo sound, it's stood.
Stood.
Okay, very nice. And okay, so let's try this. There these old men stood, please.
There this old man stood.
Okay, take off the H on old. There these old men stood.
There this old man stood.
Okay, good. And our last one here, it would give in any minute. Okay, let's work on the word would. It would give in any minute.
It would give in any minute. It would give in any minute.
Okay, let's try minute one more time. Instead of minute, it's me, minute.
It would give in any minute.
There you go. That's it. Okay, nice job, Sylvia.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very much.
Thank you, Chad.
I'm out of
So I can hear you.
See you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Chad. Bye.
Thank you, Chad.
my next
Okay,
time.
Chad.
Take care, you guys. Bye.
Take care. Take care. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.